Welcome to Predict Your Business, where we help entrepreneurs grow their business in a predictable way. My name is Samuel Genus.
And my name is Sharon Genus. And today we're going to be talking about you prayed, but your business is still broke.
Wow, that's going to be a good one. You prayed, but your business is still broke.
I know a lot of people can relate to that because a lot of people are praying, Lord, help me with this business. Why am I still not making any money? You know, and they're just doing what they know what to do. Pray.
Yeah, this is actually going to be a really good one.
Yeah.
I hope that I hope we make a lot of breakthroughs in this presentation. We want to give a disclaimer that, because we do have the Bible here, we're going to go into the Bible and basically have a short little Bible study and basically just kind of discuss.
Because of the topic.
Yeah, because of the topic, because people are praying. So we're like, well, is there anything in the Bible that talks about, perhaps the state of our business, the state of our prosperity, as it relates to praying and stuff like that, And so we just want to go into the Bible and just see if we can get some clues and some principles out of it. So I just want to give a disclaimer. Some of you may not be Christian. You may not read the Bible. We're not trying to push our religion down your throat. We couldn't do it even if we wanted to, because as you know, no one can make someone do anything, right? So, but we just want to share principles. And I think we can learn principles from different sources. I think we're all adults here, so we should be able to, to just pull some things out. For those of you who do go to church, whatever day you go to church on or whatever, you read the Bible, you pray and stuff like that, and you're like, man, my business is just stuck, and you're wondering if God heard you. You're wondering if like what's going on. You're volunteering in the church, you're giving in the church, you may be paying tithes, giving offerings, whatever it is, right? And you're just like, man, Lord, when is my ship coming in? Like I really want this to work.
A lot of people can relate to that, definitely.
And we just want to talk about that and be as honest and transparent as possible. So you're in for a treat. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah. So our first scripture is Luke chapter 14, verse 28.
Okay, so we're Luke 14, and we're reading from the ESV, the English Standard Version. Okay?
Yes. And it says, "For which of you, desiring to build a tower, does not first sit down and count the cost, whether he has enough to complete it?"
Right, so this is Jesus talking about, he's really talking about whoever wants to be my disciple, you have to follow me. But then he points out this illustration, an example that his audience should understand. He's like, hey, which one of you who are building a house, you're about to build a house, which one of you don't first sit down and count up the cost?
Right.
And I was like, man, that's a powerful statement. And I'm like, how often do we pray about stuff and never sit down? Think about it. We pray about it, but we don't think about it.
Right. We just pray and leave it there and think God's supposed to do magic and just do it all.
We just like, Lord, let my business be successful. And he's like, so you think I'm gonna get off my throne, come down there and create your Facebook ads and do all this stuff, right? But it's like it's like Jesus is like, no, you prayed, but he's like, count up the cost.
Right.
Sit down, think about it, ponder it, see what kind of help you need. See if you even have the right product. Do you have the right audience? Do you have the right price? Is there a need for your product?
Right.
What's the proper name for it? How are you going to properly market it? Who's your competitors? How will you set up your value? What's your value proposition? What separates you from your competitors? Why should they buy your product versus the other person's product? If you have suppliers, do you have enough suppliers? Do you have a plan B? Another supplier, just in case this supplier doesn't, show up. It's
all that good stuff.
What if the market changes? Just things to think about. You know what I mean? How much money are you going to need?
Right.
How much is it going to cost you? What kind of consultants are you going to need? Right? What kind of mentor you're going to need? And so I really believe that we can really glean something from here. Which of you building a house doesn't first sit down? I want to encourage you to sit down and count up the cost.
Right.
Like really count up the cost. Find out, what does it really take to grow a business, a successful business.
Write the vision and make it plain.
Yeah, exactly. Like write that vision down, write that blueprint, write that business plan, write down your strategy. You know, what does it really take? What is it really going to cost me to do this?
Right. Ladies, just like when you're going grocery shopping,
you're
going to write out your list and you're going to find out how much you need to go and make that happen. If you're having a party, you're planning a party, I'm always planning some kind of party or something entertaining. I always have to write out what I'm going to have, how many people are going to be there, what am I going to serve?
Yeah, what kind of food they eat, because you don't want to disrespect them and serve them something they can't eat.
Yeah, what are the colors? You know, I think about all of that. So that, and just like that in business, you have to write the vision, make it plain, see what you need for your business.
Yeah, and there's another verse there.
29 says, otherwise, when he has laid a foundation and is not able to finish, all who see it begin to mock him. I got
that's powerful, because basically, if you don't sit down and count up the cost, Jesus is like, you'll lay the foundation, but you won't be able to finish. And I'm like, wow.
Right.
How many people in the church start stuff that they can't finish? They gung-ho about it and they can't finish it.
Yeah.
From this day on, ladies and gentlemen, we want to be known as finishers. You know, we want to be known as, you know, closers. You know what I mean? We want to be able to complete stuff, because if we don't, that same verse says, else people will mock them and say he started but couldn't finish.
Right.
And you don't want your spouse to mock you.
Yeah.
You don't want your friends to mock you, to be like, you know, he started this thing, he said it was going to be great, and it failed. And it didn't fail because you did everything. No, it failed because you just didn't count up the cost.
Right.
It could have possibly been successful. You just never sat down and properly counted up the cost. Here's the dangerous part. Especially for those of you who want people to follow you. You want your wife to jump on board. You want your husband to jump on board. You want your kids to jump on board. But yet you never sat down and counted up the cost.
Right.
So now you want people to buy into your vision, your business, but you haven't even taken the time to really think it through.
Right. And it'll show, because when you start sharing what you want them to do and all this, and then they start asking questions, and you can't answer it. Oh boy, they're like, okay, did you really think this out?
Exactly.
Like, where do you see us in 5 years? Where are you taking us?
Exactly.
You know, how is this going to be paid? So it's going to start to show. And then another point I wanted to make is, you can't, too many of those starting and stopping is not a good look. Then your spouse, your children, whoever, your partner, your friends, they're going to start looking at you a different way. You know, they're not going to trust you. They're going to lose all kind of faith in you. And whatever you begin to start wanting to do is going to be fluff.
Exactly.
It's going to become fluff.
Yep. So we definitely want to. What do we glean from this? Sit down and count up the cost. Sit down and count up the cost. Some of you, you have to pray for wisdom. Even the Bible says, if a man lack wisdom, let him ask. So if you're having trouble in your business, Lord, I need some direction. Like, help me. And I strongly believe that God tends to answer us through other people. You know, even the Bible says, through the multitude of counselors there's safety. And so some of you have been praying, but you've been ignoring your counselors. Some of you have been praying, but you've been ignoring that other business person that God put in your life. Because there are people who's doing what you're doing. They're ahead of you. They have made success. They've made progress. But for some reason, you're not paying attention to them, you know? And I think it's important that when you're trying to do something, to surround yourself with other people who are also doing it. You know, so be on the lookout when you're praying. Be on the lookout for other people that God is going to use to help answer your questions, point you in the right direction. You know, sometimes we talk about guardian angels, right? You know, sometimes God may need to send us a guardian angel to help us out and to direct us, and you never know who God will use to help you go to the next level in your business, right?
Yep. Next scripture?
Yeah.
Okay. Proverbs 13:4. And it says, the soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing.
Wow.
while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied.
Wow. So the soul of the, we have these scriptures on index cards. So the soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing. The soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing. How many people in church do you meet who like, man, I want this. Man, I want to get that nice Mercedes. I want to get that nice house. Wow, you saw that house that so-and-so got? They don't want to take their house, but they're like, man, I want to get a house like that.
Craving
10 years ago, they still never get that house.
Wish.
20 years later, they still don't have the house. They still don't have the car they want, the house they want, the wife they want, the husband they want, the business they want. Simply, it's possible that they don't have it because they're slowful.
Yeah.
They're just slowful. You know what I mean? I even think there's a passage that says, "Don't be slowful in business." You know what I mean? It says, "In business, be men." In other words, be an adult, be responsible in business. And sometimes, if we're not careful, we get a little bit complacent in our business. We get a little bit sluggish. And the times are constantly changing here in the marketplace, you know what I mean? Especially with social media rising and technology just keeps moving forward. Artificial intelligence is on the rise and manual labor is being decreased. And now we're in the service industry and the IQ is going to have to be high in this marketplace. And if your business is not adjusting to the marketplace, you could pray all you want.
Right. Yeah.
You just be on your knees forever and your business will still be in the same place. And so it's important that you don't be complacent in business. When new technology comes out, when new solutions come out, when the market takes a shift, you have to shift with it. You know, so you can't be slowful and be like, oh, I don't want to learn that. I don't want to pick that up. I don't want to incorporate that in my business. Now you're being kind of sluggish. You're being complacent. And look what it says. The soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing. Oh, you want 300 clients. You're not going to get it. Oh, you want a 6-figure income? No, it's not going to happen. Oh, I want to make a 7-figure income, a month. It's not when you're being a slowful person. That's not going to happen. You look at most of these people who's making millions of dollars. They're busy. What they say, the average CEO wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning, a.m. Are you prepared to do that? Are you prepared to do what you got to do? Or are you going to be slowful? Are you going to be sluggish? Are you going to be complacent? Right? And then it says, but watch this, the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. Now tell me that's nice. Yeah. So just be diligent. Just get in the habit of, let me keep doing this. And don't get in the habit of doing the wrong thing over and over and over. Get in the habit, what they say, practice make perfect, perfect practice makes perfect. You know what I mean? You have to get in the habit of practicing the right things if you want to get to a certain level of perfection, you want to master something, and you want your business to grow. So don't be slowful. Don't be one of those people who's like, yo, man, I'm gonna be having me a Bentley, but I'm gonna give you a Bentley, and we gonna be macking it out. Not if you slowful, not if you complacent, not if you don't want to read leadership books, not if you don't want to read marketing books and understand marketing strategy, not if you don't want to get on top of your game. Right? It's not gonna happen.
It's like, what are you doing to make it happen?
Yes.
So when people say, yo, I want to do this, I'm gonna do that.
Right. What are you doing?
I'm gonna have this. Ask them, okay, how you gonna get there?
Yeah.
And what are you doing? What steps are you taking? Give me 5 things that you're doing to get there.
Right. Not 5 things you're gonna do. Show me what you're doing right now.
Right. That you're doing.
What you're doing right now. Don't just show me a plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what are you doing? Where are you in that
plan?
What
are your works?
Right.
Yeah.
And so the soul of the diligent shall be richly supplied. You want to increase your income. You want your business to grow. Become a man and a woman of diligence. All right.
Amen. Okay.
She in church up in here. She said, amen.
Okay, next one is Proverbs 12:24. The hand of the diligent will rule, while the slowful will be put to forced labor.
Wow, that's heavy.
That's deep.
The hand of the diligent. Note that word diligent again.
Yeah, diligent.
How you want to rule and you have no diligence?
Yeah.
The diligent person shall be in rulership. Wow. Watch this. It's even possible for a wicked person to be in rulership.
Yeah.
Why? Because he's diligent at his wickedness.
That's right. Yep. He's diligent.
He or she is diligent. I mean, even drug dealers still make millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah, because they're diligent.
Pimps still make millions of dollars. No one said you have to be right.
No.
You know what I mean? I mean, look, you know how much, I mean, pimps make a lot of money. Look, even sex trafficking. Why does it make so much money? Because the people are diligent. And it's sad.
Awful, though.
It's sad.
Awful.
It's crazy how someone can make so much money doing something so evil.
So wicked.
But I just want to point out, that drug dealer is out there 9 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning doing his thing.
Yeah,
right?
they are.
That pimp is out there doing what they do.
Yeah.
And that's bad stuff. And they still riding around in the Mercedes, they're riding around in the BMWs, they're riding around. Yeah, it may be blood money, it may be bad money, evil money, but at the end of the day, they couldn't get there if they were slowful.
Right.
You know, and how many of y'all ever met a broke drug dealer? I have.
Yeah.
They don't get enough sales. And the reason why is because they wasn't diligent even in that.
Yeah.
Maybe they're smoking their own stuff, whatever it is.
Whatever
and we're not promoting that. We're just saying,
not at all.
We're just saying that even if you're doing something bad, if you're diligent, you can still get paid.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's almost like the law of diligence. Just, he's diligent at it.
Yeah.
You keep walking, you're gonna walk a mile. You keep walking, you're gonna walk 10 miles. You know? And so if that can happen with evil, how much more with something good?
Right.
How much more if you're diligent in doing the right thing, you're diligent and you have a good product, you have something that's going to bless people and help them and something that's going to change the world in a positive way. I know many of you out there, you have a good product, you care about people, you have a message and no one else can share your message, the message the way you can. Absolutely. You just have to be diligent at it.
Yeah.
You know, the hand of the diligent will rule.
Wow, the slow.
You know, and they're going to be in charge. Well, I want to be the CEO. You got to be diligent.
Right.
I want to be the boss of my own future. You got to be diligent. I want to be the owner of 1,000 employee corporation. You have to be diligent. It can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen. You have to be. I just want to encourage you. It can happen. Just be diligent. And then it says, while the slothful will be put to forced labor. The King James Version says, but the slothful shall be under tribute. In other words, they're going to be paying taxes to the nation that conquered them. Because this is going back like 2,000 years ago. You paid tribute to the nation that conquered you. Okay. The people, it's the strangers who should be paying tribute, right? But if you was conquered, another nation came in and now you have to pay tribute to them. And that's kind of like the Roman Empire. They would conquer people and then they would say, okay, pay tribute to me. And it's crazy, but you know, Proverbs is basically saying, if you're diligent, nobody should be conquering you.
Right. Right.
You know?
Yep.
You know, that's a whole nother if you're diligent, you shouldn't be so easy to be conquered. You know, if you're diligent, like how many of you saw the movie Rocky? I don't think he won. I think Rocky won. He didn't win, but it was hard. It was a hard loss. Yeah. He didn't just go down in the first round. And so even if you get conquered, boy, you better make it hard for the enemy. And but if you're diligent at your security, if you're diligent at your infrastructure, if you're diligent with your communications, if you're diligent with your economy, it should be hard for another nation to conquer you and to start forcing you to pay tribute.
Right.
You know, and so that's just another thing dealing with diligence. You know, and also if you don't want to be on the short end of the stick, you don't want to be slowful. You know the enemy is coming, but you don't want to prepare yourself. You know the storm is coming, but you don't want to get your raincoat. You don't want to prepare for what might happen next year.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so you don't want to do that. You want to be diligent.
Proverbs 10:4.
Okay.
A slack hand causes poverty, but the hand of the diligent makes rich.
There goes that word, diligent again. Yo, that's the word for the day, man. Diligence. That's the word. Right? A slack hand causes poverty. People are like, well, I can't get ahead because there's systematic racism. And I agree that there's some racism in America. But some of our problems, brothers and sisters, is because we have a slack hand. Right? Some people may be like, well, I'd get ahead if it wasn't for all these Mexicans crossing the border. That may not always be true, bro. You know, it could be that you just being slack. You know,
because you're already here.
I can't get ahead because this Walmart's been here for all this time and they're eating up the marketplace. You know what I mean? Not necessarily, man. They got, even big giants have holes. You know, they're not perfect. So you can create business and you can become successful by providing the stuff that the bigger corporations did not do. So like somebody made this smartphone, but what's one of the biggest problems with smartphones? The glass breaks when it drops.
Yeah.
The screen breaks. So somebody made a screen protector. You saw how they was able to create a business on top of that. Right. Somebody else gives you a case, right? Somebody else is like, wait a minute, we keep seeing people trying to take selfies. Let's create a selfie stick. Yeah. Somebody else is like, wait a minute, people doing videos. We need something where they can hold the you know, look at all the businesses that just came from. Because, you know, whoever Samsung is like, well, we're not making all these. Right. We're just making the phone. Right. And somebody said, okay, well, I'll make the USB cable. I'll make this. I'll make that. I'll make the screen protectors, right? It's you can make other businesses, even though there's bigger giants around you, because how do you know that giants have big hands, right? Yeah. They can't always press those little buttons. Right. They don't always pay attention to some of the little details. Yep. Well, if you're a little small mom and pop shop, you can pay attention to those little details and you can fit in where they weren't able to fit in because they're too big. Yep. They're not flexible enough. They can't adjust real fast. But you're small. You're agile. You're flexible. You can get in and solve that problem, meet with that person face to face and make $10, $20, $30,000 a month. Man, come on, we could do this, but right. So a slack hand causes poverty, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. That word diligent again, maketh rich. Right? Be diligent. We just have to be diligent at this stuff. We have and be diligent at doing the right thing. Yep. Nice. This is good.
Proverbs 22:13.
Proverbs 22:13. Let's see that card.
The sluggard says.
Oh, this one was a good one.
There's a lion outside. I shall be killed in the streets.
Read that again.
The sluggard says, there is a lion outside. I shall be killed in the streets. I didn't get that until you broke it down.
This is pretty deep. Solomon was a wise dude, you know?
Yeah.
He had all them wise. He kind of messed up, but he said a lot of things that was on point. He says, the sluggard says, there is a lion outside. I shall be killed in the streets. What is this really saying? He's making excuses. Now, don't get me wrong. They lived in an area, that whole area of Israel. There's lions out there. Yeah. They got lions over there. You know what I mean? And so he's not making up stuff. But okay, bro. So there's a lion outside. Now what? You ain't gonna go out there and work, take care of your wife, take care of your kids. You just gonna stay in the house?
Right.
So every time you look out the window, you're going to see a lion. Oh no, there's a lion outside. I'm going to be killed in the streets. I can't go to work today. So you're going to let your wife starve. You're going to let your children starve. Bro, you better figure out how to get rid of that lion.
Really? Right?
What is that saying? Stop making excuses. The challenges are going to be hard. Yes, some of you are praying, but some of you are acting like cowards. You know, you're praying, but you acting like wimps. You're praying, but you ain't, you scared. Like, nah, we gotta conquer this thing, man. It's like, look, conquer this. I mean, for those of you who are praying, and for those, now I'm gonna start preaching to y'all. You know, this how the scripture says, greater is he that is in you. Whatever happened to that?
Right.
Greater is he that is in you. What you doing being scared of a lion, being scared of this, being scared of a book you got to read. Oh, man, that book is 200 pages. I don't want to read that. Man, open that book and start reading it.
I got to take a test to get that job or this and that.
Exactly. I got to meet with this client and I'm so scared. Nah, you got to attack that. Yes, there are real threats out here. There are real threats to your business. You have real issues.
Yeah.
You may have marriage issues, children issues, economy issues, but at the end of the day, you're trying to grow a business. And you can't let these issues stop you from doing what you have to do. I never forget what one of my mentors said to me many years ago. He said he had to go somewhere. It was a gathering, and we was meeting at a location, and it was raining that day, and he had to speak. And he says, I'm not going to let this rain stop me. He said, the rain has a job to do, and I have a job to do. In other words, I'm not going to let the rain stop me from fulfilling my responsibility, because the rain has a responsibility to water the ground and to water the trees, and to refresh the earth. He said, but I have a job to come here and speak and share some knowledge with y'all. Yeah. So let the rain do its job and let me do my job. I'll just get an umbrella and I'm going to still be here. And that's how you got to look at it. That lion is out there looking for food, and you have to look at him and say, I'm not your food.
Right.
I'm not your food. I'm not your breakfast. I'm not your lunch. And I'm not your dinner. You're going to have to go someplace else. Else, me and you going to have to go to battle.
Right.
And with the help of God, I'm going to have to slay you.
Oh my God.
Because I got mouths to feed, children to take care of, and I can't sit around and let some lion stop me from doing my job. I don't want to hurt you. Yeah. But I would if I have to. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you might as well go back into the jungle and find a different animal to eat. All right? So in other words, stop making excuses.
Yeah.
Yes, the threat is real. Yes, you have real problems. So what? Yeah. You gonna do this business or not?
Right, because they're gonna come and they're gonna keep coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna go deeper. Oh man, but my mom is in the hospital. So you gonna sit in the hospital 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and not work? You gonna go broke just sitting at the? You know what I mean? Think about this. And I'm not even trying to be insensitive. I'm trying to use real world scenario, because these things actually stop us from growing our business. We have family issues. Like, okay, so just because your mom is in a hospital, you're going to stop washing? You're going to stop taking a bath? You're going to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner anymore? If you have kids, you're not going to change their diapers? So you're going to stop being responsible because you have a life crisis?
Right.
No. You're going to be at the hospital. Hey, mama, I love you. I brought some flowers here. I'll sit with you for a couple of hours. Man, but I gotta go take care of the kids real quick. I gotta drop them off to school or pick them up. Or I gotta go to work this morning. So I'll come over here on my lunch break. You're working through. Is it always easy? Nah, man. No. It's hard, because you may be on your way to that business meeting, tears coming down your eyes, because you feel you want to be there with your mom. But that's why you got to grow your business, so you can have time to do this stuff, man.
Get freed up.
You got to have time to do this stuff. Understand, it was a blessing for us to be with our mother, my mother-in-law, her last couple of years of her life, to be able to, my wife was able to be here with her, didn't have to worry about going to work, didn't have to worry about running all over the place. She was able to spend time with her mom. And we even did hospice in the house. So just that wonderful feeling of just being able to be there with her mom, and the grandkids being able to be with their grandmother, and me being around, because I was at the house, my business, I'm here as well. And just to be able to watch her make that transition. You know what I mean? And so the future is bright. I understand some of you may not be there, but this is powerful stuff. Don't let these things stop you. It's tough, it's hard, it's emotional, but you could do it. Yeah. You could do it.
Yeah, the what you reap is greater than what you go through.
Yes.
The blessings that come, the benefits of having your own business and having your own time and having that income that you've created, it really outweighs whatever you're going to go through. So just keep pushing.
Yeah.
And be diligent.
Agree.
Yeah. James 2:17 says, so also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead.
Wow. We many of us heard that, like, oh, you say you believe in Jesus, but you don't obey him. Well, I'm going to spin it a little bit, right? So don't get mad at me. We're talking business. Right? You say you have faith in your business, but where's your works? Right. What you doing?
That's right.
Where's your ads at? Where's your ads? You say you're selling a product. You wrote a book. I don't see you selling it. Where's your marketing strategy? Where's your funnel at? You say you want to be in business. How come you ain't selling the product? You ain't knocking on doors. You ain't making no calls. You're like, what do you? Oh, I'm not a salesman. Bro, you better figure out how to be a salesman. You better go contact a mentor, a counselor, figure out how to start selling. Because guess what? If you're not selling, you're losing. Faith without works. How you gonna make money if you don't sell anything?
Right.
How you gonna make money if you don't sell anything?
You're not.
You know what I mean? Business cards ain't gonna sell your business. Having a beautiful website is not gonna sell your business. At some point, you gotta put that sales hat on. At some point, you gotta build a sales funnel. Yes. At some point, you have to make a sales pitch. At some point, you have to do a webinar. At some point, you have to tell people, this is how much it costs. How many would you want?
Right.
At some point, you gotta make the sales pitch. Yes. You have to promote your business.
At some point, you have to say, honey, look at what I made today.
Exactly. You gotta, exactly. Yeah. Hey, this is how much money I made.
Right.
I made $8,000 today. Really? Yeah. And tomorrow I got stuff in the pipeline. I hope to make about $2,500 tomorrow.
Right.
That's where we're trying to go.
Absolutely.
Some of you don't have nothing in your pipeline. And if you don't have nothing in your pipeline, you know what that means? It means you didn't do nothing last month. Because your pipeline for this month is the result of what you did last month. In other words, you don't have no sales appointments.
Right.
You don't have nobody that you need to do a demo to. Give a demo to.
Yeah.
There's no presentations. Why? Because you didn't plant anything yesterday. The scripture says, whatever a man sows, that shall he also reap. It doesn't mean karma. It's in the sense where, like, if I hit you on the shoulder, you're going to hit me on the shoulder. That's not what it means. Or somebody else is going to hit me on the shoulder. That's not what that verse means. It means whatever you plant. If you plant crime, you're going to reap jail. All it means is it basically means the consequences of what you sowed.
Right. If
you don't take care of your wife, you might end up divorced. You see what I'm saying? If you kidnap somebody, you might go to jail. It's the consequence. Well, guess what? If you make a sales call, you might make a sale.
Yeah.
Right? If you build a marketing funnel,
you really have a higher chance of.
Say that again?
If you make 20 calls, you have a higher chance of making.
Right. If you make 20 calls, if you simply say, okay, I'm going to make 15 sales calls every day. You know how much sewing you've done?
Right.
15 calls. 5 days a week.
Yeah.
That's what, 75?
Yeah.
Right? 75 calls. You multiply that times 4, your pipeline. And if you just keep doing that, your pipeline will stay full. See the word diligence. I just got to be diligent at it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to post this video up on YouTube, and I'm going to have that. I'm going to put a link on the bottom and send people to my sales funnel. I'm going to tell them to hit the subscribe button. Why? So I could retarget them.
Right.
And I'm going to take that same video and put it up on Facebook. And then whoever watches the video, comments on the video, likes the video, shares the video. Oh, I can retarget them in Facebook. And then I put a Facebook pixel on this is good. I put a Facebook pixel on my landing page, on my website, every single page on my website. When people come there, now I can retarget all these people. I'm reaping what I've sowed. But if you don't sow nothing, if you never plant corn, why are you expecting a stalk, right? A corn stalk to arise? If you never plant apple seeds, why are you even talking about having an apple tree? It's like, where's your yard? If you're talking about having a vineyard, how you gonna have wine and you never planted no grape seeds, right? So you reap what you sow. So these people who's making tens of thousands of dollars a month, trust me, they're sowing. They sold a lot.
Yes.
And and for some of you ain't gonna make no money this week. You know why? Because you didn't sow nothing last week. So don't even think about making money this week. Think about next week.
Get sowing now.
But you have to start sowing now.
Right.
And some people may say, but I need money by tomorrow. Too late.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you're going to go knocking on doors tomorrow morning, early in the morning. Unless you're going to do something like that, you might make some money by Monday afternoon. Right? But some of you, depending on your product or service, you might as well hang it up. This week is you wasted too much time last week. So you can't expect to make anything this week. But don't let that stop you. Start sowing now and start thinking about next week. You may have to borrow some money this week, and you pay them back.
Right.
Because you didn't plant nothing. I want to get you into the habit of planting. So also is faith by itself. If the faith doesn't have any works, it's dead.
It's dead.
Your business plan is dead. Don't show me your business plan. If you ain't doing nothing, I'm like, that's a dead business plan. Nobody should invest in it because you ain't doing nothing with it. Right? But if all you have is just one sales funnel, I like what Russell Brunson said. He says he's the owner of ClickFunnels. He said you're one sales funnel away And it was just that. You're one sales funnel away. Away from what? One sales funnel away from $10,000 a month. One sales funnel away from $1 million. One sales funnel away from your dream vacation.
Wow.
Because that one sales funnel, you'd be amazed how much money it could make. Right? Yeah. But you have to sow something. We got to go. Yeah.
Yes. Proverbs 19 and 15. Slothfulness cast into deep sleep, and an idle person will suffer hunger.
Wow, slothfulness cast into a deep sleep. You know, you don't want to be a person who's sleeping all the time. But I like the latter part. That's the part I really wanted to deal with. Is an idle person will suffer hunger. You know, you don't need to spend that much time on social media watching videos. If it's not moving your business forward, you don't stay away from those political debates online. You don't got time for it. You ain't got time for all those political. You know, we know we're in a political climate. You don't have time to be arguing online. Right. You don't have time to be playing a bunch of video games unless you're one of those people who's getting paid.
Right.
If you're one of those people who's getting $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $1 million a month, or whatever, or $1 million every 6 months a year, because people get paid playing video games. But if that's not you, or if you're not working to that point, you don't need to be spending all that kind of time. You're just wasting time. You could be learning something that's going to push your business forward. You can be networking with people that's going to push your business forward. You can be perfecting your craft that's going to help you master it, because the people who make a lot of money are people who mastered something, right? Right. So stay away from idleness, because an idle person will suffer hunger, and many people are starving in their business. Your business is hungry. Because your business your business dollars haven't been in the mouth of your business in a while. Your business if your business was a person, their stomach would be on their backbone. That's how skinny your business is, right? But you want your business to be full. Yes.
And an example of that, would that be like a website? You have a website and it's not even active. Like it's
that's a dead website. That's starving website. Yeah. It's just collecting dust. I got a blog. No, you got dust. Yeah. Your blog is collecting dust. Nobody's been there in how many weeks? Yeah. You ain't making no money on it. It looks beautiful. It's just dusty. Yeah. Right? So it'll suffer hunger, right? Stop starving your business. Yeah. I don't have my wallet here, but Grant Cardone, I was listening to him the other day, and he said something so funny. He said, I got a lot of children. He said, I got Benjamin Franklin. He had these dollar bills. He said, go out there and make me some money. Abe, you've been sitting in my pocket too long. Go make some money. And he called his money was his children. He's like, go out there and be fruitful and multiply.
Like he only got 2, right?
Yeah, he only has 2 kids, but he's like, I got a bunch of sons. He's like, go out there and make me some money. Go out there, you're sitting around. Go double yourself. Wow. And that's what we got to do. You got to put your business to work. Yeah. I hope I'm encouraging you. Put your business to work.
This was good.
That's it?
Good. That's it.
Oh, wow.
I thought that it was more, but that's just the title.
All right, so the subject was you prayed, but your business is still broke. Yeah. I hope we shed some light. I'm not telling you not to pray. By all means. Even Jesus said men should always pray and not faint. That's right? But in addition to your prayer, because you hear me say sometimes superstitious prayer. And I'm not against praying. I'm against that superstitious stuff. Well, I'm just going to pray and God's going to do everything.
Right, using God as a genie.
Yeah, he's not your clutch like your clutch. It's like, no, he wants you to participate. Even in the Bible, even under Jewish, in the Old Testament, what does God tell Israel? 6 days you shall work and do all your labor. And then they had the Sabbath to rest, right? Okay, 6 days work. 6 days work. Work your butt off. Yeah. Work, double your business, triple your business, quadruple your business. You know what I mean? You wives out there, motivate your husband. Husband, go out there and work. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go out there with you. You know what I mean? Husband should be motivated. Let's make this money. We got dreams, we got aspirations. We need to double this thing. I'm making $2,000 a month. We need to triple that to $6,000. I'm making $6,000. I need to triple that to $18,000. You know what I mean? Triple. You can do it. Organize yourself. Just be diligent at it. Yeah. Whatever that thing is, be diligent. Yeah. I'm not telling you not to pray, but add some works to it. Add some diligence to it.
And don't be sluggish.
Yeah, don't be sluggish. Don't be slowful. Don't be complacent. Right. Pay attention to the mentors and the connections that God brings into your life, because we always say it, God answers prayer. Yeah. And if God answers prayer, I need to find out, well, Lord, what's wrong with my business? Why is it still in this situation?
Right.
And I strongly believe that for some of you, this broadcast, this episode is an answer to your prayer.
Yes.
So pay attention to what we said. Hit me up. Tell me your testimonies. Let me know what happened when you started putting some works to your faith. Yes. Let me know what happens. Put a comment below somewhere. Let me know what happens. When you start being diligent, I want to hear testimonies about, man, I've been putting up my blogs. I built my sales funnel. I put the things that I'm learning from particular business into action. We're here for the long haul. Check us out. We're going to be posting videos just about every day to make sure that we keep you encouraged, that we edify you, because we want to see your business grow, because we know that when you grow, you're going to be a blessing to those around you, all right? I'm Samuel Genus.
I'm Sharon Genus.
Peace out.
Peace.